Hello and welcome, I am Miss Kinghorn and today we are starting a brand new mini-series here on YouTube with Airport CEO. So let's get started. First of all, we have to create ourselves, so this is going to partially like me. The controls, there's only very limited options for basically everything, so it's not gonna look like me per se. Let's change skin colour a little bit lighter, there we go, eyes, and my mouth is slightly wrong, there we go, and now not giving away too much, so let's say Miss Kinghorn, otherwise you greedy lot will have too much. And now to pick where we have our airport, and we are going to go for somewhere around about there, nowhere near where I live, but close enough. I'm south of that, shall we say, and that's as good as you're gonna get. Now let's call this the MKB Airport, if I spell airport right, in there, and we'll just go for the MKB for the 3-letter code. That one looks good. We are going to go for sandbox. Anyone who knows me, we only do sandbox in here. That is going to give us unlimited funds, it's going to disable construction, all the areas are unlocked, emergencies are disabled and animal collisions are disabled as well in there, so that's a good option. And we have a large map. We're going to make it easy management. We can obviously change that if we wanted, but here is the map. It is basically a big square like you would see in a normal any other game when you just start with a blank canvas is here, and we have one introed in there on Tunnel Road, and that is the grounds of our airport. And let's start the tutorial introduction area here. This panel along the bottom is the build panel. It has lots of different bits and pieces. Each one is categorized into different areas and different zones and different things. We'll come and have a look at them in a little bit more detail as we go on through building this airport. The R&D we don't need to worry about because we're in sandbox. It's research and development. Here is the dashboard. You can access that via tab or in that bottom right corner. In there it shows you lots of important information that we will come across throughout the game. Here is the economy, and here's back to the dashboard. Okay, and there's the economy. This has a lot of monetary things in it, obviously. All of the contracts that you can sign, have signed, loans, and so much are all in these little tabs at the top here, as well as long seeing what our profits and things like that are throughout the game. And operations, this is probably the most important one, I'm not gonna lie. This is where you can toggle on like opening the airports, ramp agents, fuel, all of those sorts of things are in there, and our contractors as well. We'll see those later on. And for now, down here is the rating system. So for different things like airplanes, passengers, and all sorts of bits and pieces are down there. We'll see how we get on with those as well. And airport quality 0, operational safety 100%, brilliant, as we have no planes and no terminal. That's looking good. Right then, we have an email. Welcome to your airport. That just says a lot of basic stuff. Welcome in, thank you for joining us, all of those things in there. Looking at budgets, main important ones. Tab is to open the management panel, and H is to access the tutorial in there as well. And looking at flying start, we don't really need to know too much about that one. See that in there. And down here is the flight planner. This is when you accept a contract for a airline. You'll get them down here. You also see the press the button in the bottom left hand corner, you can access this one. We'll see more again later on. For now, let's be a small airfield, but we're not really going to do that because we are going to jump ahead a little bit because we don't need to worry about that too much. For now, let's get on with probably the most important aspect, I would say, of starting anything is to get the right entrance. So for now we are going to be looking at our car parks and our main entrance area. The controls for this, it is E to rotate all the way around. That's the infrastructure panel. Shows you lots of different things. There's the E, it was coming. And then R is to rotate the item by 90% as well. That just allows you lots of freedom. So we're going to start with these big car parking places. We have 4 of those. They are like a pay and display car park, really. We our sidewalk, path, footpath, whatever you like to call it, along into here. We'll be using a lot of these as we go in. I'm going to link that all down into here, and we're going to get our asphalt road. So it's just going to tie it all nicely into what we have originally, and pop that there. And now that gives us a road in there. We're going to basically do one big loop. It's a bit of a one-way system, just to make it nice and easy for everybody. And we're going to have some drop-off car parking places. These are just going to be so that our guests can be dropped off if they don't want to park in there. We're going to have lots of those, a big long row, I think. Looks quite good. In there again, we'll have some more crosswalks and sidewalks and things like that in. There we go, just put that there, all the way along. And we can link our little bits in. And now we've got 2 types of crosswalk in here. We have a small and a large. The small is to do one size, and as you can see here, that is the bigger one. So we'll have 2 of those to fit in there. Now we're going to come back on the other way. We're going to grab some taxis. So we're going to have 5 different methods of getting to our airport. So we've got the pay and display, the drop-offs, the taxis. We're going to also see our buses and our subway underground stations that we'll get to as well. Alright then, and more sidewalks. Oh, not up that high. There we go. In there. Back to our road. I'm just going to link that all the way across in there. So that's basically going to be our big roundabout for now. We can always expand this if we need to. And the buses, we're going to grab in here. And 4 of those on each side. Split into 2, so in there. And here's the subway entrance, underground, metro, whatever you want to call it, wherever you are in there. And more sidewalk, of course. Lots of ways of walking, so just to make things a little bit easier. I have just noticed I have placed the disabled parking right at the very back. Probably not ideal, but yeah, it's a game. It's not going to be up to what we would normally do. Link that into there, and more crossroads in here. 1, 2, 3, and 4 in there. Right then. So that is how we're going to go. We're going to get our one-way roads just to make this actually a roundabout, and so the vehicles don't just go wherever they want to go. Because we all know that autonomy is not something that we want. Alright then, and down. Just in there. And there. There we go. The other bit we will worry about later on. We'll change that so that it goes the other way for all the staff areas, so like fuel, delivery, and things like that. Alright then, I think we're going to grab in a a nice little sculpture. It's in the decorations tab. We've got a bottle, a pilot, a airplane, a knot, and a car. I think we'll go probably for the airplane. Now these are a lot smaller than what I expected them to be, but we're going to grab that in there in the middle. Looking good, and I think that is going to be it for our car park. We'll place some lights and stuff later on, but for now, that is part 1 done. If you enjoyed this, please give it a like and subscribe down below, and I will be back where we will start on the interior. But until then, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all again really, really soon. But until then, bye everyone!